Currently my headset is broken and I don't have a microphone for this video. I will be using text-speech in all my videos until I get a new headset. There will be a time skip on the topic in the description below. Apologies for those who click on this video to hear the text-speech of my overview of Plains of Eidolon. This is weird using text-speech. Senpai Shy, how do you do it? Plains of Eidolon is a new open-world area which Digital Extremes have never done in Warframe, and it is the latest biggest update since the War Within. PoE is a change of pace for players who are tired of instances missions as well as everything in-game from daily missions to trading. The update brings in fishing and mining, which is something new to Warframe, as well as forging and renaming your melee weapon. The area where we start off after the cinematic is called Cetus. What is Cetus? Cetus is an area where the people of Austrian built a settlement near an Orican tower. It is also where players can meet up to go into the plains. Players can fish, mine and do bounties to earn Austrian standings to buy items in shops that uses standings, while other shops trade materials for items. There are 6 shops in Cetus, each with different unique items to sell, which includes cosmetics as well as tools for the plains. The shops are fishing from Fisher High Luck, mining from Old Man Suanbot, companion cosmetic and ship decorations from Beastmaster Tizanai, operator cosmetic and flares from Nokkuk, forging Zaws from Hawk's Anvil, and operator gear from Quills, which spoilers for the Second Dream and the War Within. Fisher High Luck is where you can get your fishing spear for 500 Austrian standings. Without the spear you can't fish. The shop also provides blueprints for baits and dyes for fishing. It also sells trophies blueprints for the fish you caught. It can be only built if you have the specific large fish in your inventory. Different baits can attract different fish. You can look into the description in the shop to see their uses. Dyes are really useful when it comes to fishing if you have a hard time seeing the fishes. Dyes are mostly used to have the advantage of fishing faster and smoother. Each dyes have different uses. If you are good at fishing and have a hard time seeing where the fish are, you can use the dyes to make it easy for you to fish. The shop also sells materials for platinum. The materials in stock will reset every 24 hours. The fishes you caught can be cut to get parts to trade and build items like cosmetics, archwing deployments, and anything that involves the plains at the moment. Fishes can also be traded for Austrian standings depending on the size and rarity of the fish. There is a problem with fishing currently where players can't catch fish when the spear connects, and it only shows 0 damage. There is a way to fix this issue by damaging the fish with the spear. Using Mace's first skill, Ballistic Battery with at least 1 to 100 cap will damage and reel in the fish, shown in the video. Volt passive also works with the spear. There are still bugs found in PoE. One of the bugs was found by a streamer while he is streaming.
Just make a spreadsheet like I did, and then you figure out everything you need to do.
Guy at the beginning, so it's not like you didn't know, weren't playing efficient. You were playing efficient from the beginning.
Yo, I'm in the water! Bro!
For those who missed what happened, a Grenier Bombard hit his Warframe while he is fishing. That pushes him into the water.
How it's an infinite one, considering how
Oh, that one flew out of the water.
He can still fish and move around the water. The magnetic damage from the night cycle water does not damage him.
Oh, I got one! It even shows me, it doesn't show the water. Here's the rock that I stand on. Sweet Jesus.
It's nighttime.
This game seems bug-free. Well, this is a huge expansion that just hit. We're now in day 4. This is day 4 of well, technically we're going in the day.
Currently Digital Extremes is fixing the bugs in PoE. It will take a while for them to fix the bugs, so give them time.
What's the plan for this?
I can move! Yeah!
I won't be running Nova.
Okay,
It's trying to make me take magnetic damage, but it's canceling out.
Okay, Bub, for...
Old Man Sumbot is where you can get your mining tool for 500 Orston standings. Without the mining tool you can't mine. You can buy blueprints to build alloys and gems in the shop. You need certain materials from the plains to build the item. The item you build can be traded for other items in Cetus such as cosmetics and ship decorations. The shop also sells materials for platinum. Similar to Fisher High Luck, the materials in stock will reset every 24 hours. Mining can be difficult to understand at first, but you will get used to mining after a while. There are 2 colors for the mining spots, red which materials is used for alloys and blue which materials is raw gems, and it is used to trade in for standings from Old Man Sumbot, or to build it into a gem to buy items in Cetus, or to build something from a blueprint. To mine you have to remember the tracing line appear in the spot. Once you start mining it will disappear. The icon on the left is to indicate if there is a mining spot nearby, while on the right is the distance on how close you are. The closer you are, the more intense the beeping gets. The 5 icons on the top represents how much materials you are getting. The bar that is filling up is how much can you mine before it reaches full. There are 2 ways to find a mining spot. The first is from a rock formation, and the second is to go to a cave. The caves are hidden, so you will have to find them by exploring. Or you can look in the video description below for the locations if you are lazy to explore. There are 3 shops that sells cosmetics in Cetus, but I will talk only about the 2 in this topic, which is Beastmaster Tizanai and Nakuk. I will talk about the last shop, Quills, later in this video. Beastmaster Tizanai sells decorations for the ship which has animal in cages or companions fur colors. The materials can be found everywhere in the plains by hunting the wildlife. Similar to every shop, it has a 24-hour reset timer which change the items in stock, so if you want a specific item from him, better start hunting. Nakuk sells Warframe theme mask which you can equip for your operator. The flare's blueprints are reusable and it gives bonuses in mission. Each flare have different bonuses. The bonuses are written in the description. Similar to every shop, it has a 24-hour reset timer which change the items in stock. To get the materials to buy the items, you need to hunt, fish and mine materials to build the alloy for it. Anvil is a new feature in Warframe where you can build your own melee weapon. The parts are only available when you build it from the blueprints provided in the shop. Each part have different stats, so choose wisely. Exodia or Arcanes is also available in the shop for the Zaws you built. Each Exodia have different bonuses for your Zaw. You can check in the description for the bonuses. You can buy a pre-built Zaw by using Plat. The pre-built Zaw will only be available for 24 hours. Gilding will let you name the Zaw, as well as enhancing the weapon, similar to using for not unarmed weapons. Donating the Zaw will give you Austrian standings in return, and end title, which is a unique feature to rename any melee weapons that you currently have by using Platinum. I really like the function to build weapons in games. Hopefully DE will make a function for us to make our primary and secondary in the future. The Quill is another syndicate in Cetus. It is mainly focused on the operator. The Quill offers amp switches to enhance and switch on how you want your operator beam to function. It also offers operator cosmetic if you want to fashion your operator. Arcanes is also available to enhance operator combat. The Quill has its own standing. To earn the standing, you have to hunt Eidolons for their cores and trade them in. It also have the same function as Hawk's Anvil. You can guild to rename and enhance your amp. Donating your amp will give you Quill standings, and renaming your amp by using Platinum. So far operator combat feels better than before, and it is more useful actively than passively for your Warframe. Rest in peace Shadow Step and Energy Overflow. The operator rework is not the best for some players, but it is needed, since Digital Extremes wants the Focus School to mainly focus around operator combat. To be honest, I'm not a player who uses Focus School, but since PoE requires us to use our operator, I couldn't care less of the changes. When you enter the plains at night, you will hear an Eidolon voice. Killing an Eidolon terrorist takes time, and it is best to run a squad to kill it faster. The Eidolon Vamvalist drops intact cores, and they are easy to take out. The Eidolon terrorist is really big, and it drops exceptional and flawless cores, an Eidolon shard and a brilliant Eidolon shard. Not only that, it also drops mods where you can get from borrow, such as maim and sweeping serration. To kill the terrorist, you need to go into operator form and damage its shield with your beam. Once that is down, you have to shoot 4 of its joints. Do not destroy one of the joints, only keep it around 5 to 10% of its health. If you destroy one of the joints, the Eidolon will teleport and you have to find it somewhere close. To prevent it from teleporting, you need one person to get 2 lures from the Grenier. The lures is used to stop the Eidolon from teleporting. They mostly appear in camps and it is shaped like a balloon. The lures are easy to kill, so you have to keep it in a distance. When you destroyed 4 of its joints, you can damage the Eidolon's head, or any part of its body. The bounty system is really simple. To start a bounty, you have to talk to Konzu near the gate. Each bounty has different difficulty. Bounty 1 is the easiest and it has 3 stages. It is good for beginners too, since the rewards are pretty decent for new players. This bounty will have 1 of 3 carrot hearts as a reward in the reward table. Bounty 2 is easy and it has 3 stages. It is good for beginners who started to have good gear and mods. Joining a squad with other players is an option. This bounty will have 1 of 3 carrot hearts as a reward in the reward table. Bounty 3 is normal and has 4 stages. At this point, new players need higher level warframes, weapons and mods. Joining a squad is the best option for new players, or have a player carry you through the bounty. This bounty will have 1 of 3 carrot hearts as a reward in the reward table, as well as 1 of the 3 of the sets mods and 1 of the 5 focus lens. Bounty 4 is hard and it has 5 stages. It is recommended for players with good warframes, weapons and mods. Joining a squad is an option to complete the bounty easily. The reward includes one of the 3 set mods, a Cetus wisp, one of the 5 focus lens and a stance mod in the reward table. Bounty 5 is the highest bounty difficulty and it has 5 stages. It is highly recommended to join squad with good warframes, weapons and mods, and it is highly recommended to take your best warframe and weapon. If you are starting in the midpoint of the game, the reward includes one of the 3 set mods, one of the stance mod, 2 Cetus wisp, 5 breath of the Eidolon, and one of the Frax Wraith parts in the reward table. The Frax Wraith parts might be temporary in the bounty reward table, and DE might change it to another weapon. If you are wondering why I didn't say the stance mods available in the bounty 1 and 2 reward table, it is because the stance I'm talking about is only available in the plains of Eidolon. Overall, the bounty rewards is good for new players and players who started not too long ago, but the reward is bad for players who almost got everything in the game, and they mostly do it for the Austrian standings, 5 breath of the Eidolon, the Cetus wisp, and the new mods. You can travel in PoE easily with an Archwing. To deploy an Archwing, you need a dojo that has the Archwing launcher segment researched. After you build and install it, you need to build the Archwing launchers, which uses some of the materials found in PoE. The Archwing feels better in PoE than underwater and in space. The Garrick West size Vigil is too easy for players with a good warframe and weapon, and it is mainly for new players. So far the quest only mainly focus on PoE, and it is shorter than some of the quest given by one of the syndicate. It also lack explanation on the people of Austrian. Now I will discuss the pros and cons, as well as things that needs to improve in the plains of Eidolon. So far PoE is a big step for Digital Extreme and Warframe to make more open world maps in different planets. Fishing is really fun to pass the time, mining is really simple to understand once you get used to it. New ship decoration, companion cosmetic, and operator cosmetic. The new set mods to change the way we mod our loadout, a new warframe that is not overpowered. The function to create and renaming our melee weapon is a good idea for players to use the melee weapon they feel comfortable with, or players who wanted to rename their melee weapon. Adding Archwing in PoE is a good way to travel in the plains since it is a large map. Now for the cons, this might be solved in the future or later after this video is posted. The bounty rewards is not really great for veteran players and they are mostly doing it for the standings and some of the new stuff available. Once it is done, the bounty is more for getting standings. Currently fishing baits doesn't attract the specific fish you wanted and it might take hours to catch the rare fish that you want. The bounty missions might get repetitive for some players and it feels like a chore, unless DE make it feel less repetitive. There aren't much cosmetic in the shops. The quest, size Vigil, is too short and it doesn't give a lot of information on PoE. Multiple bugs are found in PoE, which affects the game greatly. DE will be working on fixing the bugs after a week or 2, maybe even more time. Now I will explain how to help make PoE better. Adding more content to PoE, adding more cosmetics and ways to earn standings, adding dungeon in PoE. Some players said that DE will add dungeons or emissions in the close caves for more PoE content. This is not confirmed but a speculation. The update does not have much content for hardcore players. Increase the spawn rates of the fish when the bait is used. Change and balance the bounty reward table to something for everybody, and it is worthwhile. I would like to thank Digital Extremes for developing Plains of Eidolon. Even though it has issues with it, I know DE will fix it, and I also hope more content for Warframe in the future will be exciting and fun than it is now.